Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
A little bit tired.
Oh yeah. Why?
A lot of class today,
Oh wow.
and it's quite soon, like
Early.
9:30.
Okay.
Yes, it's 9:30, and so it's quite tired.
So like, how long does it take you to go to school?
So about 20 minutes walking or 15 for bus.
Bus. Oh. So how would you go to school every day?
If I'm not lazy, I
Uh.
will walk to school, but
Mm,
if I'm tired or lazy a little bit, I wait for the bus.
okay. So like, how are the roads, the streets? Yeah. Polluted or not? Like, is it
Uh,
comfortable to walk?
yeah, there's the people here they own drive a car,
Mm.
so it's not overcrowded,
Oh.
and there's a lot of people walk every day
Oh.
because the distance between place to place
Mm.
is not too far, and the system of the bus, they're very complicated and very specific. So you can from one place to another, you can
Ah.
find plenty of option to go there.
Ah.
So it's up to you.
Oh, okay, I
And
see.
there's a tram stations here, like
Oh.
the trams, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the tram will stop at important places like
Obviously. Oh.
entertainment places or the
Oh.
university. They
Oh.
all have a tram in front of it, so uh, it's quite easy
Convenient.
for yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So not too bad. So what time is it there again?
Now is the 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Oh, okay. Dinner yet?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So last time I noticed that your speaking was not really, to say, was not really smooth. So today
Mm,
we will focus more on practicing speaking. Okay.
okay.
Let me see. I did send you the book, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
got the book.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been a little bit busy too, so sometimes I will forget stuff. Sorry for that. Okay. Um. hmm, This is a pretty interesting one.
Mm.
Are you someone who can read anywhere, or do you have a favorite place?
Mm, as I have uh, to uh, move a lot.
Mm.
No, uh, yeah. So I have to go to school, go to the supermarket,
Mm.
and by the time I am at the tram stations or the bus stop,
Mm.
I always take time to read something. So I think for me, I can read anywhere I can.
Mm.
So and I think that is some kind of my advantage for me.
Oh, advantage like you don't need a really quiet space or stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and yeah.
And like,
So
do you take the subway there?
in Adelaide there is no subway, but there's only tram and the train.
Oh,
Train.
okay. So like,
So
do people read a lot there, like on a tram or on a train?
mm, yeah, but most of them I noticed that they always read something on their phone,
Oh,
mostly on the mobile phone,
oh,
or they read the newspaper. Like old
oh.
people they read the newspaper.
Mm,
Like the younger, like
oh,
some similar to me,
oh.
same age, I something on the phone.
Mm.
Me too. Some if I have a book, like some books, I am on the track on them. I will take time to read that.
Okay, yeah. So let me see. So you did say something like I move a lot, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't know how to.
I don't think this is really natural. Actually, we can
Mm.
have the word like I'm always on the go. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm always on the
Go.
go. Like I have to get around the city a lot, like from school
Mm.
to the workplace and stuff, and then you can start your point. Okay. Hmm.
Mm.
Move is more like moving houses. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know that, but I don't know how to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it. So
yeah. It's okay. We can say I'm always on the go. Okay.
want to go.
Very good. Next.
Mm.
Okay. So what did you prefer reading as a child?
Um, so talking about this, I will tell you about my first book
Mm.
that I read. So my father he gave me a book about a little dog. So uh, the name of this book is I don't remember, but as I finished that book
Mm.
for like a month because just start to read a big book. So I realized that I can I very uh, happy
Oh.
to read about a book related to the nature, like
Oh.
animals or plants. And after that book, I start searching for new one. Uh, and the next book after that is the book related to a horse, the
Uh,
adventure of a horse.
oh,
I
of
really
course.
enjoy I really enjoy reading that book and very happy to have one
Mm.
edition.
Oh, okay. So, do you still like that type of book until now?
Um, Not really, but yeah, I still enjoy reading about the nature. But
Mm-hmm.
as I grew up as a man, I
Mm.
think I really prefer reading romance book like
Oh,
about um, love,
uh-huh.
relationship.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, like, what
uh,
is your favorite title?
uh, so uh, when I was a teenager, I
Mm.
really loved the books of Nguyễn Nhật Anh. You know,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, about the love of students in the
Mm.
school.
Okay.
And then when I grew up a little bit more, I
Mm.
really love reading about of the author Mark Levy.
Ah, I know her.
Yeah.
Like, what is
Mm,
her classic? Like, I know she's
there's
like
a lot. So um,
Beloved Oxford, isn't it?
yeah, it's quite every all of that.
Uh,
I I read quite everything of her. Now 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 I changed the type of my favorite book a little bit. I read a lot about history.
Oh, history.
About you know the book names Sabian, a
Yeah,
brief history
yeah,
of
yeah.
the mankind. Yeah, I read it now.
Oh,
And humor the books that I show you this book. Yeah,
oh,
very hilarious.
oh.
And yeah, like I think I never stick on just one type of
Any particular, yeah,
yeah
genre. You
situation of
change it all the time, right?
the gender, right?
No, no, not gender,
No, no,
genre.
the genre. Yeah, the genre.
A genre.
Genre.
Yeah. Name of the book. Usually, people would also use the word title, huh?
The word title.
Yeah, title.
Title.
They use title. They prefer using title. Okay. So like as you know, as far as I know, people tend to, you know, have like the idea of love depending on the books that they've read about it, about love, right? So do you think like all the books that you read before, like anyhow have set the base or like the idea or the form, the base or the idea of love in you? Does it like does it have like any specific effect or any significant effect on your opinion of love?
On the books that I already read, they makes me more gentle when I with someone. And and in my family, there the numbers of women and men always like the woman is always
Outweigh.
Yeah.
Outweigh the man. Outnumber the man.
Outnumber the man. So I always like my mother teach me the appropriate, right? The appropriate.
Like proper. How to treat a girl properly.
How to treat a girl.
How to be a gentleman.
Yeah. So maybe because of the on the books that I read and because of the situation, condition of my lifestyle,
Yes.
It makes me like it always how to say it cộng hưởng.
What do you mean by that?
Tức là đọc sách về tình yêu nhiều á, và sống trong môi trường nhiều phụ nữ hơn á, nên là khiến mình hiền, không có
like so yeah, it does have like a very specific and very significant effect on the way you act, right? Oh, okay. Well, really? Like you will okay. So they will set your mindset, right?
Yeah. So as I said, as a child, I really love about nature, animals, things. When I grew up a little bit, I read a lot about love, about young love, and then how they feel about another. So that make my mindset about women. Like I know how to treat them well. Treat them well.
Oh, okay. Very good. Good for you. And good for your girlfriend too.
Yeah. It's I don't think it's a coincidence, but when I was in primary school, secondary school, and high school, in my class, the girls always outnumber guys.
Oh, yeah.
Always. So I always in the situation that I have to treat them well. I cannot like do something bad to them. So I think that makes me a really gentleman.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, you know, when I was growing up, yeah, the number like girls always outnumbered boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, but
Because
really.
there's some class that they balance between boy and girl, or the boys or is outnumbered, but not for me. So I don't know why.
Yeah, like I grew up with the same situation. So like, you know, what to say? Like we played together like a family. Yeah. So there weren't like any relationships between like the members. That's weird, but like it did happen. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Continue, please. So, what is your favorite color?
It changed between now and in the past. So in the past, I love the color of red, but now is the color of gray.
Gray. Oh, okay. So remember, in the first sentence, if you should have used like, I have changed the colors, the favorite colors comparing to the past. Okay. Yeah. Before it was red, but now it is gray. Yeah. Okay. So, can you think of any reasons that make the change happen?
I think the reason is very simple. As a child, I read a lot about natures and then watch a lot of animation movie and about like the Power Rangers. You know that?
Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, the Power Rangers.
I love Power Rangers. I love them.
So I really love the red one because he's is the leader. So
which version do you like?
The first version is the Mighty Morphin.
Like the version with the animals?
Yeah, with the animals, the dinosaurs, the
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
the dinosaurs. Dinosaur. Oh,
So
okay. The
yeah, I
very
really
first
love.
one.
Yes. So that's why I love the color of red. So when I think of that, I feel I have more power to do
Yeah,
things, stuff.
Yes.
But now I am a man. Everything is quite simple for me. The reason that I love gray because that's the colors of my clothes.
Most real clothes are gray.
Yeah, and it's very simple to wear them everywhere. Like it's a little bit no, it can suit in every
Situation.
Yep, circumstance and situations,
Okay.
and that's why I love the gray colors.
I see. Wow. So like I believe like your what to say your closet is very simple, huh?
Yeah,
Minimalist.
it's just black, gray, a little bit of navy.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the basics. Yeah, very good, very good. But I think you don't have to think of what to wear. You know, you don't have to like consider what to wear.
I know, but I it's like my girlfriend. She always oh your style is so simple. It look boring. It's not make me happy. And she
Oh.
always like bought me some new clothes, right? Some new t-shirt and very colorful, like yellow, red things. And she forced me. It's like forced me to wear them. So when I back to Vietnam for the holiday, I left all my clothes here because I have a lot of colorful t-shirts back in Vietnam because of my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Wow. That's really interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So this one is a little more complicated. What can you learn about people from the colors they like?
Mm, for me, I think about colors as the way they express their uh, uh,
Character.
characters. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, if a boys he that love the color of red, the red colors, he will be more active. He's very energetic
Uh-huh.
and um, do a lot of things. But if some people they love the blue colors,
Uh-huh.
they will so they will quiet a little bit and it's like an introvert person.
Uh-huh.
And um, my is like my friends. He very like the green colors, and he's a true artist. He always think ahead and then draw everything down on the paper, and he's very talented drawing things. So,
Okay.
yeah, for
Anything
me,
else?
the colors is how the colors the favorite colors will show how is your characters is.
Some characters. Okay. I realized that your speaking sometimes what to say? They are a little bit like spoken language, a little bit informal. Yeah.
Mm.
Not really informal, but like the phrases are pretty basic. Yeah. For example, you can say like, well, for those who like gray, right? And the way you say it was a little bit too simple. Yeah. So for those who like gray, you can say like uh, they tend to be more something something something. Okay. And you have this problem. Very like no. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You say that a lot. Yeah. I really like. Okay. And if you use this as a talented person, okay, as an adjective, it has to be talented. Okay.
Talented, yeah.
Introvert, the same thing. Introvert. So if a person is an introvert, that's okay. But if we are talking about the adjective, it's going to be introverted. So he is a very introverted person. What about extroverted, right? And then do you know the word ambiverted?
Oh no.
Ambivert or ambiverted is like a person in between, huh? When they are both introverted and extroverted. But sometimes I see that more people they prefer saying it this way. Like, for example, I am an extroverted introvert. Yeah, so I'm like I'm more of an introvert, but I can also be very extroverted. I can be very outgoing and talk to people, something like that. but the core is still like an introvert. Yeah.
Okay.
But ambivert is like a scientific word for the people who have both personalities. Oh, sorry, who have both characteristics. Okay.
Okay.
And then talented, yeah. And then like yeah, so you have to pay attention a little bit more to all the phrases and the connecting phrases. Yeah. Mm. So let's try a little bit more. But the ideas are fine, okay? The ideas are fine. Okay. Do colors have special meaning in your culture?
In my cultures, yeah, I think this is very important. Because our Vietnamese flag, colors of red and yellow. So the red is the meaning of those who sacrifice their life for the freedom of the people, and the yellow is for the
I also don't remember the meaning of yellow in our flag.
Yeah, but for that meaning, the people who gain the freedom has to work hard to
Okay, try another idea.
Okay.
Actually, you can make it like a very basic one, like red color, right? What does red represent in our culture?
Okay. I have another idea.
Or you can make it this way. Or you can try, the method like, to talk about a topic like generally first, and then you will go into more particular details. Yeah. For example, you will say like there are some colors that have like a very positive meaning in our culture. For example, red, yellow. Yeah, pretty much. And then people sometimes most people consider black or white the unlucky one or something, and then you start explaining more. Yeah. So if you feel sometimes you feel blocked when you don't know how to brainstorm the ideas, you can try like to go from like a further distance. Yeah. Yeah. The way you look at the topic, the way you look at the topic is like a little bit broader, and then you go into more specific details.
Okay.
So, do colors have special meaning in your country? Sorry, in your culture?
Colors has very special meaning in my culture. People can see the red as the lucky color. For example, in our death holidays, the old people will give the young one the red envelope to wish them for a lucky year. And people consider colors as a meaning of unlucky is like black or gray. So they try to avoid those colors in their house by painting the walls in white colors,
or like brighter colors.
brighter colors like white or light blue, and and this is how people think about colors, meaning in my country, in my culture.
Okay, very good. Not too bad. Okay, so next, when did you first use a computer?
I think when I was 2 years old, when my father brings home computers for my uh,
Please
brother.
pay attention to the tenses, please.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Frank, Frank, Frank,
Brought,
Frank brought home
brought home.
PC for his research. We
Research.
have research. We have to use some to make a graph. So I learned how to do that from him as well. So I think when I was just 2 years old, I know how to type a little bit.
Okay. So when you were 2 years old, you learned how to type a computer. Okay. Yeah. So try to avoid pauses. Yeah. Uh-huh. If the way you present it makes people feel like you're not fluent, even though you are. Okay. Yeah. Try your best to avoid pauses. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So do you think computers are bad for your health?
Mm, I think computers is not bad for my health uh, if if you know how to avoid it. Like don't just
Avoid.
stare at avoid. Don't just stare at the screen for too long, and always stand up after like half of hours or an hour sitting still. So it will not harm you any harms you. The yeah, the computers will not harm you if you know how to avoid all the uh, bad things.
Okay. So first one, your uh, what to say? Your answer is not really well structured. Yeah. For example, because how do we start? The question is computers are bad for your health, right? So how to avoid when you first said that we know how to avoid. So I had a question there, like what to avoid, right? And then
Right.
you can say like the computers are not bad for your health if you know how to use them effectively. Yeah, and like then you can have examples like nowadays people work on computers most of the time, so it's I think it's unavoidable to stay in front of the screen for hours. So you should try to take little breaks during your working time or something like that. You understand what I mean? Yeah, yeah. You have to expand the idea a little bit more. Uh-huh. And okay, I want to hear it again. Do you think computers are bad for your health?
No, I don't think computers are bad for my health. If you know how to use it
Very good,
uh,
properly.
properly, Um, for example, don't just stare at the screen for too long. Um, Stay a proper distance between your screen and your eyes, and uh, stand up, um, um, after an hour sitting
Mm.
still
Mm-hmm.
will help you to avoid the pain on your back.
Back. Very good.
Yeah,
Mm.
and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yes, we do need to practice speaking more. Okay. So, um, mm, okay. So I have a question. What purpose do you usually use your computer for? Again, what purpose do you usually use your computer for nowadays?
Uh, at the moment, I use my computers uh, for the research purpose. I spend time reading article about science, about my project,
Mm.
and I spend time discuss with my teammates to know how to to complete our project.
Mm.
Uh,
So you conduct your meetings online?
mm, yeah, quite often
Mm-hmm.
because um sometimes the people just like stay home
Mm.
to work,
Mm.
not just spend time on in the university.
Mm.
And but in addition, I use computers to play computers games as well with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So, may I ask, like, normally after work, after class, like, do you watch a lot of YouTube or something like that, or TV?
Mm, yeah, in the weekend I spend
Mm.
time watching TV show, television
Mm.
show. Uh,
So,
um,
what is your favorite?
mm, from now is Japanese show like anime,
Mm.
any yeah. Um, and in this moment, I watch uh, the show named JoJo,
Mm.
uh, Pizza Avengers. Uh, but in the past, I usually watch US television shows,
Mm.
and my favorite show is The Walking Dead.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's too long, and I dropped it.
Oh.
Um, and also the show named Game of Thrones.
Mm.
And this year it will be the last
Season.
uh, season of that show, and
Mm.
I can't wait to that broadcast on the television.
Mm. Okay, I see. So, do you watch YouTube?
Mm, not quite usually. I just
Mm.
uh, watch some music videos on YouTube.
Mm.
Uh, not other things. I noticed I noticed that on YouTube now there's a lot of shows
Mm.
and um, uh, a lot of program related to
Mm.
YouTubers.
Yeah.
But I quite interesting in those things.
Mm.
So just music videos on the YouTube.
Okay, I see. So here's the thing. I see that your English, comparing to like 2 years ago or a few years ago when you first took IELTS, of course you have advanced like significantly, right? But the thing is, I realized that your speaking, if you want to get a higher than score, then we should pay attention more on, the fluency. Okay. Yes, how fast or how accurately you can produce a sentence. Okay. And also the way you use the words and phrases should both be improved. Okay. So I suggest that you watch more of, the what to say shows. Not only the shows, but like more academic shows. Yeah, not really shows like you can, TED Talk, right?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So because now your conversational English is good, so you need to pay attention more to the academic ones. Yeah,
Academic one.
yeah, yeah. So that you can have like a better, sorry, a better proficiency of English. Okay. Yeah. So let's go. Mm. Mm.
Like I have to write a lot of assignments.
Mm.
Like yeah, but I think it's so like I always have a format
Mm.
and the way how I write a sentence or speak anything academic. I
Mm.
just very simple, not
Mm.
là không có đa dạng.
Not diverse. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Là có bao nhiêu đó thì xài đi xài lại qua.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, the phrases in, the phrases that you need for IELTS is pretty much the same. It works the same way. Like, yeah, cũng có bao nhiêu đó thì đi xài lại thôi, nhưng mà actually because it's different from what you've been doing. Yeah. So you need to adapt to the new ones.
I think that there's a lot more. Like I
Mm.
know that cũng là xài đi xài lại nhưng mà nó vẫn nhiều hơn những gì
Yep, yep,
là
yep, 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 yep. Sure, sure.
đang làm.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure. Yeah, that's why you should like pay a little bit more attention to that part. Yeah. Uh-huh. To improve your speaking. Okay. So, okay. What would you like to change in your daily routine?
Hmm. Uh, if I can change anything in my daily routine, I think I want to switch from studying to working.
Oh.
Because I already spent more than 5 years studying university. So sometimes I think I I bored. I don't want to study anymore.
You get a little bit
So I
overwhelmed.
think sorry.
You get a little bit overwhelmed, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Bored? Mostly bored?
Yeah, I know because I have to finish this study. So if I'm bored, I will stop. So I know that I have to finish my study, then switch to have a job. That's why and that's why when I go to my restaurant or my shift, I really enjoy because I have new things to do and I can meet other people. Like I can have a discuss with them or talk with them about things in life, not just academic things in university.
Yeah, so you want to have like a more diversity in your life. I think because you've been living the same way, for the past 5 years. Yeah. So that's why you find it a little bit boring. Yeah. Do you know what I would like to change in my daily routine? I would stop
What is
working
it?
and study. That's life.
Yeah,
That's
that's
life.
that's the confused about people. Like they
Yeah.
always want what they want,
No, they
and
always
until
want what they don't have.
yeah, what I don't have. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's why, like, I'm looking for, I'm working hard to get the chance to study abroad. Yeah.
hmm.
But, like, do you know what country would it be?
America,
This will surprise you. China.
China.
Yeah.
Not much. Not that
Oh,
surprised.
really? Why?
Because
Most
uh,
people got surprised.
oh no, because China's right now is a very big country. Like their impact on everything in the world is large. So if you want to go to China for your study abroad, it's normal.
Oh, really? Yeah. You know what?
Mm,
Because I also study Chinese, so like I find the culture very interesting, and the what to say? Like, it's weird, huh? It's very weird. But about 2 years ago, when I traveled to Singapore for the first
mm,
time in my life, and there was one moment that it was about 11 p.m. at night, and I
okay.
was on a taxi with my friends, going back to the place, to her place. So like, we got in a cab, and the driver was Chinese. So
Mm,
he turned on the Chinese radio, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. And when we were like driving through, I think we were driving across a university, a Chinese university or something. The moment that I felt like I was immense in the culture, that is just a little short moment. My adrenaline rocketed.
wow.
Yeah, I found it like, wow, this is what to say. It was
Kind of
something very magical. Yeah,
love at first sight.
yeah. It's like the feeling. So like, last year I visited China.
Mm.
Last
Oh,
year I
you
did,
have changed to China.
yeah, last year I visited like 4 cities in China.
Mm.
And because I spoke Chinese, and I was so happy that no one recognized that I was not Chinese.
Wow, that's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
like
Very
they
inspiring.
they thought I was like the tour guide for my parents. Yeah.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Oh,
So
that's really good.
yeah. So like, I was because because when you speak Chinese, people treat you very nicely. I don't know why. Yeah, I was treated very nicely. Like anywhere I go, I went anywhere I went, and the shop, the restaurants, the places. Yeah. So I felt very happy, and it's just very weird that how you can, how your dopamine, or how your adrenaline like
Feelings.
rocketed when you are in just a very simple context. Yeah.
So
So
you know Chinese.
yeah, I speak Chinese. I self-studied for 5 years.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, for 5 years. So
I
like,
found it very important to
oh,
know Chinese or Japanese or Korean
oh,
because here in Adelaide there's a lot of Asian students,
mm,
included like Malaysia student. They know Chinese.
mm,
Singapore student they know Chinese as well.
mm,
Uh, so there's a lot of Chinese here in
mm,
LA here,
mm.
and no, when I'm in the self-study area in the university, all you can hear is just Chinese, like
Oh,
And
Mandarin.
Mandarin, and including like
Mm,
Taiwanese or
mm.
Hong Kongese. They all know Chinese, so they
Oh,
speak to each other by Chinese. So that's why
mm,
it's very important to know a little bit of it.
mm.
to understand what they say, what they're
Oh,
talking about.
yeah, 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 right. Uh-huh.
After staying here like for 2 years, more than two
Mm.
years, I found it very important to know a little bit
Mm.
or to know Chinese.
Oh, right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I I feel normal when you say you want to study abroad in China. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people got shocked. Yeah, like
Because
uh-huh, they
they don't
thought
like
like,
me.
mm-hmm, like they
They
thought
love me.
like, they thought like, oh, you are teaching English, so why wouldn't you go to an English speaking country? And I said like, because I love the culture, I want to, be in it. Like when I went, I always, I watch a lot of Chinese TV shows, and I always had to watch them on YouTube. Yeah. So when I came to the country and I got the chance to watch the shows on a TV, I was so happy.
Oh,
Mhm. So that's
so
like the little things that make you happy. Yeah.
just go for it. like
Yeah. Thank you.
mm, because Chinese people there's over the world now.
Mm.
Um,
Right.
there's a lot of them in every country.
Mm.
Uh, so if you know Chinese, is your advantage. Like
Mm.
and do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
go for it. I will learn Chinese in the
Oh,
future.
cool. I can be your
Definitely. Yeah.
teacher.
No, I just want to self-study
Oh,
first.
very good.
Like,
I will show you. In the future, if you want to self study Chinese, you can ask me. I will, because somebody used to ask me, and I did write an email about that. Yeah.
that's good. I
Mm-hmm.
will
I will send you
ask
if
you.
you think you need that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because I self
Just
study
okay.
my way in. Yeah. Very good.
Like
Mm-hmm.
my father, my dad, he
Mm.
knows Korean,
Oh.
and just Korean makes him more advantage in his job. He
Mm.
can um, send an email to his Korean mentor about
Oh.
things and ask for his advice, and
Mm.
that makes him more advantage than his colleague.
Mm.
So I think no more language like Korean,
Yep.
Chinese
Mm.
will help you a lot. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm. Very good. Okay. Oh, this one is cool. What is the balance of work and study and free time in your normal days?
Hmm. Mm, so right now, I think for me is a full time of study. So
Mm.
I spend like um, more than 8 hours a day,
Mm.
and
Wow.
for study things. But sometimes, yeah, I told you that I
Mm.
feel bored about study routine.
Mm.
That sometimes I just drop everything and just spend time on read books,
Mm.
play with my friends, and then go to work.
Mm.
So go to the part-time job, not an actual work. I
Mm.
always think that the part-time job is more entertained than spend time to spend your time and your energy for that. So
Mm.
um, I don't really know how to answer these questions. Like for me right now, it's not balanced between two. It's
Mm.
some days it just for study, and some days it just enjoy life. So I don't know.
It's okay. Yeah, you can answer the way you just did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because like, what is the balance, right? And if you say you have no balance, and then you can explain why, and that's it. Yeah.
Mm, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. So, but because like, if you don't really know how to answer one question, you can just make the whole
Mm,
story up. It's okay. Hmm.
mm,
Yeah, because they want to test like your your ability to speak English. That's it. So actually don't really care about the content, but what you're doing is fine. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So now let's go a little bit for task 2, huh? Task 2 is some, yeah. Cool. This one. Ambition. I like it. So you will have some time to prepare for this topic. Okay. Describe an ambition you have for the future. And when you are ready, you can tell me, and then we can you can start because you have 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just tell me whenever you're ready.
Okay, I think it's...
Okay. Are you ready? Okay, ready. Okay, so now I will time you, huh? I will time 2 minutes. Okay, don't worry, you just keep going and then I will tell you the time that you had. Okay, just start whenever you're ready.
Okay. So I always want to open a bookstore. And I think that's my dream when I just kid. A bookstore to be, I think it because of my family culture. My parents love to keep books in their shelf and preserve them very well. And as I grew up, and they taught me to do it too. So I really love to preserve book and love how they still looking very fresh after years, and I can and love to divide them into each
category.
Topics. Category, yeah. But I know, like, to do so, I have to have a lot of money, and I expected start to achieve to open a bookstore when I was 30 plus age, with some friends as well, because I don't think I can do it all by myself. And I do this to tribute my parents, because it was them who taught me this way, and uh, taught me how to treat with the books. And that's what I dreamed for when I was a kid. Yeah.
Okay. So the timing is good, huh? The timing is just 2 minutes and 11 seconds, so not so bad. Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 minutes for this part?
Yeah, 1.5 minute to 2 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like your timing was okay, but okay. So still the first thing we have to pay attention to is the tenses. Yes. So your tenses, you still need to work on it. Yeah. Remember, like, uh, okay. So this is about ambition, right? Ambition you have for the future. So, so it's okay to use different tenses here. But when you said like I always wanted to. Yeah, it's something that happened in the past, right? I always wanted to have to open a bookstore. Okay, so everything was what to say. Like, so your problem is generally it was not a bad speech. Okay, but it was not an excellent one. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
like you can express your ideas very clearly. Okay, good. But like, there are still some grammar mistakes here and there, and then like some they would yeah, it's just like the way the ideas, well, what to say, the sentences they don't really have layers. You know what I mean? Like you don't use a lot of compound or complex sentences. Yeah, and it's I wanted to say simple. Yeah, yeah. It was like okay, don't worry. I will go back to the when I finished when our class finished. I will go back and then listen more carefully again. Yeah, to list out what you can work on. But like it's just like what I said before. You should work on your academic words. Yeah. Okay. So but overall the idea was okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a short period of time, you know what you need to say. It's okay. Mm. So this time you can try a little bit more.
It's like you show me in the last sections. Uh, the redundant phrase, right?
Yeah, the redundant phrases. Right.
More of that. I think so.
Yeah, more of that. And yeah,
Yeah.
and you should like use more grammar structures.
Relevant structure.
Grammar structure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can have one more try on this topic. In this with this topic, well, you can pay more attention to the description part. Okay, how you would describe first, how would you describe your apartment or your house? Okay, second, how would you describe the feelings? Your feelings when you live there or when you because like if you want to improve your score you should have like a wider range of vocabulary. So adjectives is where we can get that. Okay, all of these questions are like hints for you. Okay, so you can choose whether to follow them or not. So when if you answer like why you like living here, so it's mostly about emotions, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's okay, so you will have some time for it.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Now we set the timing. Okay.
So
You can start.
when I first moving to Australia for my study, I share an apartment with 3 people. And the first time that I came to this apartment, it makes me stunned because of how it structures inside. It's not that big, but uh, the way it structures is very well, and I really like it. It has a big living room, also the workplace for me, a small and tidy kitchen that I can well organize my cooking, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Uh, because there's a big workplace for me that I can put my laptops on the tables and spend time to do my uh, research and study all day. And in in the weekend, we can use our big living room for the party that people can own comes and share drinks with us. And so on. There's a small balcony that I plan some uh, uh, no, there's a small balcony that I can uh, sit there and read books to relax myself. And that's it.
Okay. The timing is also okay, huh? You have pauses.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. You have pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one is when I first moving, this part. When I first moved.
When I first moved.
When I first moved to sorry, when I first moved to Korea, sorry, to Australia, right? Okay. So when I say like the way that the apartment was structured, actually most people would say design.
Design, right?
Yeah.
Design. Structure.
Design.
Yeah, design. Yeah.
Design
Ooh.
and like how the and this sounds weird. Relax myself. You can say enjoy myself, or you can say
Enjoy myself.
relax. But
Relax.
yeah, but people don't say relax myself. Okay, yeah, and also like because there were a lot of pauses, so it made me feel like the speech was not good. Yeah, so you should work on the pauses. And also, maybe you can describe a little bit more like deeper to, you have to find ways to use more adjectives in your speech. Mm. Like, okay, when I first came to the apartment, I was totally stunned, right? You can say like, I was totally stunned how well or how well the apartment how smartly the apartment was designed.
Design.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you can add more grammar structure there. How something how beautiful it was. Yeah. So and then when you relax, when you say like people come over, right? Yeah, your friends come over for drinks and dinner or something. And so like every we had a very cozy atmosphere. Yeah. So you should try to describe more. Yeah, it's okay. You did those part, but like you can have uh, more places to fill in. Yeah, to advance your speech. Okay. Yeah, but this one is better than last one. Yeah. Okay.
My first year here, I spent that apartment with three more Brazilian guys. Brazilian.
Oh, Brazilian.
Yeah.
Oh. How
And
how
they
was
love.
how was the experience?
Ooh, I don't know. They party a lot. They,
Oh.
in Western culture,
Mm.
they spend their weekend on Friday and Saturday for party
Yeah,
or
that's right.
everything's in drinkings and things.
Mm.
But for them, they start their things on Wednesday.
Ah.
On Wednesday, and they always ask me like, "You want to go out tonight?" Oh my God, today is Wednesday. Not today, man. I don't care. I love to party. Let's go.
Oh.
And I was only trying to avoid those parties.
Parties.
One time, yeah, one time they invite all of their friends
Mm.
to our apartment,
Oh.
and yeah, I have to join with them.
Mm.
And ooh,
Did they drink a lot?
I can drink a lot, but I don't like it. Like,
Oh.
but that night I
Mm.
have to drink things compared to like if it's all beers, it will
Mm.
like I have to drink 20, 20 plus can of beer.
Oh
But
God.
it's divide like I have to drink scotch. Scotch is
Uh,
like
okay, but I know, yeah.
a
Scotch
heavy
and
drink.
uh,
Scotch, beers,
uh,
and some wines, some local wines. It's very
uh.
sad, but I have to drink it. They force me.
Oh my God.
And in the next day, I was like
Totally
just laying
hangover.
out on yes. But
Oh.
for them, after the party in our apartment, they go for the second round. second round, and then I think there's their third round as well
Oh my
because
God.
they back home in at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I don't remember.
Oh God.
And then they asked them like, "Are you guys so like khỏe like người có thể làm liên tục?"
How is it even possible?
Yes, something like that. We get used to that. There's nothing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes, that's nice. After after like 20 plus of kind of years, it's like boom, bye bye. I go to bed now.
Oh my God. You are lucky. Like the party was at home.
Yes,
Oh
yes. No, if it's outside, I will try to avoid them. Like if it's on Friday night and they ask me to go out, and we say, "Oh, I have things to do. Sorry." Or I will go to my friend's place to avoid them.
Oh my God.
To get rid of them.
They all party a lot. Wow.
Start on Wednesday.
Yeah.
No.
Wednesday is a little bit crazy. I know, like in Western cultures, they will party on Saturday, Friday night, and then like
Friday night or
Saturday night. Yeah, but like Wednesday, what the heck?
Yes, sometimes when we have spring break, spring break, yeah. On weeks like Mondays and then Tuesday. Like we have 2 weeks of spring break.
How
that
old
14
were
days,
they? How old were they?
The oldest is 30. And the youngest, they still in university. The oldest is 30 and the youngest is now I'm 34 that time. So they are 24 at that time.
Oh my God.
And the youngest, the 24 guy, 24 years old guy, he's still a freshman. He's still the first year student in the university. Ooh.
I feel like they've spent their whole life partying.
They talent. They know how to play musical instrument. They're very good.
Artistic souls.
But that's not their career. They still study for engineer things, for nurse. But I don't know why.
Wow, that's very weird, huh?
And one time after 2 semesters, they usually go to vacation, like a big one, like $1,000 vacation things. I don't know where is the money, but
maybe they are rich.
I don't know. Brazilian guy, they are so mad. So that's like 1 year I will bye.
Move out. Oh my God, can't take it anymore. Wow. So like that's also like a good thing when you live abroad, when you study abroad, because you get to expose to new things, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like sốc văn hóa thật sự.
Yeah, like cultural shock. Yeah.
Culture shock.
Yeah. Just like when I got a cultural shock when I traveled to China for a few days. I got cultural shock because the food was so weird. The food was so oily, creepy. Yeah. And like bland. Yeah. So like I couldn't eat.
But you get used to it now, right?
Not really.
Not really.
If
you still love to move to China.
Yeah. If I study abroad, maybe I will cook for myself. Yeah.
It's better.
Okay.
Maybe because I know that too, because the culture shock about food is very important.
Yeah.
I have to cook all by myself now because the food in Australia just sucks.
Oh really? They're weird too?
it's not that weird, but it's planned. It's very simple and planned.
Yeah, so
It's
I
not.
think the seasoning, the food seasoning is like the most the biggest difference. Okay, so you will have your last topic for today, book.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, very good. We can get started now.
So recently, I just finished reading a book named Macbic. Is a Vietnamese name of that book, and the meaning of the that title is to describe beautiful eyes, and that is the way the boys describe his girlfriend's eyes, and that is what the book is about. It's a love story between the boys and the girls, and uh, personally, I think this love story is very cute, but complicated and not completed. So I feel so bad for the boys, but the way that the boys show his his love to the girls is very passionate. He write down uh, plenty of songs, love songs, and sang to her all the time to tell her that he loves her a lot. But she's kind of refused it. So, but um
Won't give up?
won't give up. Yeah, he keep follow her to show that he can do everything for her. Um, and because of this book, I feel like I can do it too for my love.
Mm.
And the first time that I read this is when I was in secondary school, and I share this with my first love as well, and that's why we get to know each other. And but I read it again last 2 weeks, and I feel that, oh, and right now I can do even more for my present girlfriends.
Mm. You can
And
say like
I,
current relationship and
the
present.
current, the current relationship. So I feel thankful uh, for the author.
Mm.
He's Nguyễn Nhật Ánh, very famous, popular author in Vietnam,
Yeah.
writing this book
Mm.
for the audience.
Okay. Rồi, gần 3 phút rồi.
Yes,
Yeah.
quite long.
2 minutes and 41 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Actually, this is the best so far, huh? But the ideas are too general. Yeah. You said like the book taught you something, but I still don't get what lesson it was. So you need to go, you need to get it, like give it a little bit more specific details. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So this time your pace is better, not as many pauses.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though it's still a little bit slow, but it's always okay. But you had like insignificant details.
Sorry.
For insignificant details, for example, like the way you talked about the title of the book is too long.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
uh,
you should
yeah.
have had it like in one sentence. Like the title of the book is Mắc Bếp, which means blah 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 in Vietnamese. And then that's how the two characters, yeah, the way you introduce it was a little bit long. So and also like the what to say, like yeah, just like what I said, they were too general. Yeah. So
Okay.
because it was too general, so you couldn't add in like as many vocabulary or like the phrases you need. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe you can, this time you can go home and try to work on this topic again. And next time I will listen to your speech about this topic again. Okay? Now I want
Okay.
something a little bit more specific with more feelings. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you for today.
Okay. One thing to tell you that we won't have class next Friday.
Okay, next Friday. Okay.
I mean this week Friday.
Yep. Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
We'll
see
see
you
you
on
on
next
Monday.
next Monday.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Thank you
Goodbye.
so much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.